wanna be free when my people to prosper and hold it down. Don't you sit and wait, contemplating on a revolution. The time is now. I just wanna be free. 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 Can't you see? I just wanna be free.
Okay. Another episode of the Things I Wish I Knew About Money podcast. I'm your host, Kamille Smith. Welcome, folks. Welcome. Golly, I feel like it's been a while since I've seen y'all. I feel like it's been a while because I think actually the last two episodes was pre-recorded and all that good stuff. And I missed y'all. How's everyone doing? It is bun and cheese weekend. I don't know why I shouted, sorry. So happy Easter to everyone. I'd like to say I started off Good Friday. I was working still, but relaxing for the most part. But I managed to have a relaxing day, but not relaxing day. And I was kind of anxious because I had Black Moms Connection again, and all that good stuff. So it was a jam-packed day today, but we're here. That's why I was running a little late. I do apologize, but I'm here. I'm making sure everything is good and proper. And I want to start off with saying, if you remember 2 weeks ago when I was mentioning to everyone to do their taxes as soon as possible, because there is a possibility of a strike coming. Well, look at the news that I found out yesterday. That I've been posting that any moment now, CRA is going to go on strike. So please, folks, if you haven't contacted me, please do. All right? Please do that. Pronto, because I don't want any of us to be stressed. And we're trying to do it as fast as possible, right? But this episode is to give a rundown of the federal budget. I thought to myself, OMG, I feel like if I didn't tell you guys about it, then it would be a disservice of me as a personal finance trainer, keep you guys in the loop. And I know a lot of folks have come to me and talked to me about it and all that good stuff, but I thought having a quick review about it wouldn't hurt, and having you guys informed about what's happening wouldn't hurt either, right? So let's get to it and all that good stuff. So first things first, there were actually two budgets that happened. There was the Ontario budget and the federal budget. And let's just say, I was actually a little bit happy. So I'm going to tell you guys why I was happy. So there was a rumor that capital gains was going to go from 50% to 75%. And I was like, no, why? Even though they've been talking about it for years, I'm like, no, I finally just in this realm where I'm actually embracing capital gains and able to get an understanding of it. And I don't want it to raise up 25%. Like I wanna benefit from it and all that good stuff. So ideally, so to let people know, so let's say you had $100 capital gains. Normally what happens is only if you have $100 of capital gain, only $50 of that would be taxed, right? But they're trying to think of bring it up to like 75% or $75 of that $100 being taxed. No, I don't want that. No. So that's just one thing. Am I being greedy? I guess, but I just want more money in my pockets. Duh. I think that's what anyone would want. And that's something that I strive for us all to have, like to have more money in our pockets, right? But speaking of having more money in our pockets, so the federal budget, and I'm gonna try to do a rundown of what happened. So, and I'm just going based on the ones I remember before I actually go to the stats and all that good stuff. So so for the students, mostly it's trying to they're trying to make it easy for us to have affordability, a lifestyle, like I gather, and also affordability and trying to keep in keep up with inflations. That's what I'm trying to say. Keep up with inflations because inflations is wild right now. I believe inflations right now is 5.5%. And in order for you to even keep up with that, you either have to have a job that accommodates that or that keeps going up with inflation, like payments, or your investments or your assets are able to keep up with inflations as well. So I'm really trying to advocate people to save or to have smart investments. And if you saw the previous week, there are ways to keep up with it, right? So I'm really trying to show y'all to like please start making decisions that will help you in the long run. And also the reason why I wanted to do this federal budget is because I never realized how important it was to review or watch the federal budget until I started realizing like, oh, I have to pay attention because one, if I'm doing people's taxes, I have to keep in the loop if there's any incentives or rebates or anything that's happening. Like I just spoke about the capital gains. I have to I have to be aware of those things. So I know there's folks, I want to big up Rennie. She was able to have like sneak peek reviews of the federal budget, and I think even me, well, no, I think there's full proof that she was able to see Justin Trudeau and all that stuff. So big up yourself. Um, but also able to get one of those booklets to see what happened in it, right? So that was pretty cool, and I was very excited for her because she's doing big things. And if anyone's wondering why I haven't talked about EYL, is because there's going to be a bonus episode. So if you want to listen, if you want to know what happened at EYL, just earn your leisure. You have to watch the episode. Okay? Okay. But I want to dive into this and all this good stuff. So there was one on, I want to say March 22nd, but I remember for sure March 28th was the federal budget. And a couple things that was happening. Ooh, this is the new breaking news or not breaking news, but everyone's very interested in this, right? The good old the affordability for homes. So the tax-free first home savings account for Canadians started on April 1st. So before I'm going to, talk about it and then dive into it and then go back to the federal budget. So I know I discussed about this earlier, and I know there's some folks that they're very reluctant on getting an RSP or using their RSP to get a home. But I feel like if you actually utilize this, the tax-free first home savings account, and you have the RSP already, you're able to combine both of them, and I think that's pretty dope. So you'll have amount, even if you put both in, they're sorry, I'm getting really excited because it's really cool. So the first home savings account, you are able to deposit 8,000 annually and a lifetime contribution of 40,000, right? It's starting this year. I heard that some banks or some financial institutions are going to say, by the end of 2023, I think some folks should have like a pushback and all that stuff to be able to get it. I've received emails from my financial institutions that there are. So just double check about those. But I'm gonna try to make it short. FHSA. You're able to have 8,000 put in annually, up to 40,000 contributed. This um is kind of the best of both worlds because it's treated like a RSP with like tax deductibles. Nope, I said it wrong, but bear with me. So it's going to be able to reduce your taxable income, but when you take money out from it, it's going to be treated like a tax-free savings account. So it has both the best, like it's actually insane. However, there are some ways of knowing if you're eligible to do it. One of them is if you actually haven't purchased a home in the last like 4 years, I believe, then you're eligible to join. So if you once had a house, sold it, didn't have a house, and then you're coming back into getting a house again, you're actually able to get in. But that's once it's 4 years. If you don't actually use the tax-free first home savings account by the age of 71, then the money is transferred into your RIF. So it's pretty cool. So you're never gonna not have this money. It's never gonna be in use, or like it's never going to be expired because it can always go back to something else for you to benefit from, right? So that's one of the things, and you can still use your RSP. So you can kind of, you can dip into two things at the same time. So that's pretty big. I do want to dabble into this a little bit more, but I'm going to put it in a post because this is my second time talking about it. I know I'm going to talk about it more in the future, but I rather have like a visual for you ladies and gentlemen. Okay? So that is one thing that happened. Um, well. New grocery rebate. Now let's take a moment for this. So obviously we know inflation is wild. Listen, let me tell you a story, y'all. I got bun and cheese on Thursday, and I was maybe because I haven't bought it personally, because my folks would always get it and stuff. But when you start acknowledging the stuff, you're like, golly. So when I bought bun and cheese, I got a little piece of cheese because the tin was like $37. I was like, I can't justify this. One, I don't eat cheese that much, and two, my brother and dad don't really eat it either. So what the heck am I doing with this, right? So I was like, nah, I can't do this. I can't do this. So like, so I tried to get a little piece of cheese, and it turned it out to be $5. It was 5.80. I ain't gonna lie, I was cheesed. I was upset. I was like, why am I paying so much for this? Right? So I was like, inflation. However, they have this grocery rebate happening. And I think it's really beneficial for folks. So, like, is it for folks that are making a certain amount? No, I'm sorry, but this is for folks that are really struggling with their groceries, right? So hear me out. Hear me out. They've proposed to introduce it's a one-time grocery rebate, providing 2.5 billion in targeted inflation relief for 11 million low and modest income Canadians and families. So the grocery rebate will provide eligible couples with two children with up to an extra $467, single Canadians without children with up to an extra $234, and seniors with an extra $225 on average. I don't see an issue with that. I'm not sure at what income bracket it's going to be because they don't mention it, right? But they also, which is interesting. So there's junk fees. Okay. So also the federal government is taking action to crack down on junk fees, including unexpected, hidden, and additional fees to continue to ensure businesses are transparent with prices and make life more affordable for Canadians. Actually, I like this one, y'all. I love this one because golly, the prices these days is crazy. So, with that being said, this is actually gonna help. Oh, hold on. This is actually gonna help. Concert fees. Sorry, the budget also announces the government intentions to work with regulator agencies, uh, provinces and territories to reduce junk fees for Canadians that include higher telecom roaming charges. This is a good one. Event and concert fees. Hmm. Excessive baggage fees and unjustified shipping and freight fees. That's a good one because it doesn't make sense. This one is for low income Canadians, and this could be this one I'm not mad at. I believe that they have been doing this for quite a while. So um, automatic tax filing for low income Canadians. That I'm not mad at that one. I'm not. Basically, CRA is now able to ensure more low-income Canadians can easily file their tax returns in order to receive the benefits to which they are entitled for. It's a new system. You can either call or you can go on your CRA online account and do an auto file. However, I think and when they say low income Canadians, it's only for individuals that they're getting a consistent income every year. So it's not for folks that have business incomes, retail, rental income, or investing income. It's not for those folks. For folks that are low income, are receiving most likely receiving government assistance, and then boom, those are the ones that are getting those options. I mean, there are individuals that do their own taxes. By all means, if you want to do it for free, but make sure if you have certain amount that you are aware about this, right? So, boom, bam, bam. So now to make life affordable for students, I'm going to say this first. I remember when I was going to school, um, there were grants that were cheaper for us, or not grants, sorry. There are grants that I didn't have to worry about paying back. So I am not mad at this. I'm not mad at this at all, right? Um, there's really no reason if you are if you're getting grants from OSAP or whatnot, I don't want to pay. Of course, you don't want to pay back all the OSAP thing. But some people are mad, and I'm like, there's no reason to be mad because when we were going to school, we got these grants and we didn't have to pay them all back, right? So the government now is aware that there's a higher cost of living. That still means that students will still need support to afford education and pursue their dreams. So starting August 1st, to enhance student financial assistance, starting in August 1st, they're increasing Canada student grants by 40% though. I'm not mad. I'm not mad by 40. I'm just joking. 40% to provide up to 4,200 for full-time students, raising the interest-free Canada student loan limit from $210 to 300 per week of study. So if there's anyone that wants to go back to school, by all means, go back to school because this is the time to do it. But of course, go back to school if you are seeing benefits, not benefits, but you're gonna add value to your life and all that good stuff. So by all means, you could go back to school, right? Ooh, wait. Let me read it correctly. Waiving the requirements for mature students aged 22 years or older to undergo credit screening in order to qualify for federal student grants and loans for the first time. This will allow post-secondary students to access up to 14,400 enhanced Canada student financial assistance for upcoming school years. Students with disability and dependents will also receive an increase in Canada student grants. Sorry, folks. Folks that live in Quebec or the Northwest Territories or Nunavut, which do not participate in the program, can receive, and Quebec, I said Quebec, can receive federal funding to provide their own comparable support. I mean, different strokes for different provinces, right? So also lowering credit card transaction fees for small businesses. Okay, this is for the business owners to support hardworking owners of small businesses. The federal government has been working closely with the payment card industry and small businesses to lower credit card transaction fees. In the budget 2023, the government is announcing that it secured commitments from Visa and MasterCard to lower fees for small businesses while also protecting reward points for Canadian consumers. Awesome. That one I love. I like this one. I like this one. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I think it helps everyone. It actually helps everyone. I did hear about where's the one? There's one about RES, RESP withdrawals. So I read it. I can't find it ideally, but I'm just gonna go based on what I remember. Do not quote me, folks. Do not quote me. However, so I believe the amount that you're able to take out with RESPs for kids that have it, obviously from their parents, they're able to take out it used to be 5,000, now it's eight. Sorry, it used to be 5,000, now it's 8,000 that they're able to take out throughout the year. So that is pretty good because once again, affordability, like if you have the money that especially if your parents save that money for you, you'll be able to benefit from it and all that good stuff. So I'm really excited about that. And a lot of these are for folks to us regular folks are able to maximize on it. And I know that there's the dental benefit as well. So be mindful about that. I know if you're making a certain amount, you're not able to benefit from it. It's fine. If you're making more than six figures and you can't get the dental benefits, it's fine. There's always a pros and cons with this stuff, but I think making more is ideally better than not making more, right? So I just want to remind people about that because there's been people like, oh, but Camille, da, da, da." I'm like, it's fine. It's not that serious. Like if you're making this much, you're okay, right? You're okay. Um, so that's ways. Oop, found it. So the ways to make a stronger public health and dental care. I will talk about the dental care because I feel like there's a lot that has to deal with healthcare, and I'm not gonna dabble into that one, folks. So basically, the budget is moving forward with transformative investments to provide dental care to Canadians who need it. The new Canadian Dental Care Plan. So they're proposed to provide $13 billion over the next 5 years, starting in 2023, 2024, and 4.4 billion ongoing to healthcare to implement the new Canadian Dental Care Plan. The plan will provide dental coverage for uninsured Canadians with annual family incomes of less than $90,000. Dollars with no co-pays for those with family incomes under 70,000. The plan would begin providing coverage by the end of 2023. And if you guys remembered my lovely episode with the benefits, this is really crucial because I know a lot of people probably like took a hold on their dental or health because they didn't have benefits. So please, as soon as this comes into play, find out more about it because you want to be able to utilize it and all that stuff. Oh, there is more, but I'm not going to discuss about this. This one's a little bit more extreme. However, making life more for growing a green economy. So I know that there's a big push with the EV life. I'm not really going to go into this one because it is important. I'm not saying it's not important, but I'm really trying to have like a small episode, not a small episode, but like um a short episode because I know as of late, because I've had so many gems with guests that they are a little longer. So I will accommodate for y'all and have it a little bit shorter. But I want to mention things that are easy for you to, digest and be able to get a hang of it. Okay. Ooh. So for my trade peoples, so they are investing, they're thinking of doubling the people's tool deduction. So from electrician to painters to plumbers, Canada supporting skilled tradesmen to essentially attract more Canadians to trade. I cannot wait to have an episode like this because it needs to be talked about. Please, folks, get into trades, please, please. So they're just to help people invest in the equipment they need. Budget 2023 proposes to double the maximum employment deduction for trade people's tools expense. That's going from 500 to 1,000. That's pretty dope because tools are not cheap. So I love this one. I really love this one. For folks that, so please, if you are in trades, please keep your receipts. I've been telling y'all to keep your receipts. I think everyone that has to do, just anyone, just keep your receipts because you never know what you can claim and all that good stuff. And this is why I think the federal budget is important to know because you would have never known if you didn't, if I, well, you have me that will talk about it. And then you also have other folks that will talk about it too. But like I said, I really just want to talk about ones that are more common, and I will have a post for other ones. I don't see the other one I want to talk about, so that's fine. There is a lot though, folks. There is legit 202 entries on certain things. There's anti-racism, equality. There is supporting the Canadian screen sector. Not sure about that, but they're supporting travel to Canada, but everyone knows that we always accept um immigrants to come in, helping Canadians stay active. That's a good one. Supporting people to be more active. Um, Supposed to provide 10 million over 2 years with Let's Get Moving initiative, which continues supporting national programs to that programming that aims to increase daily physical activities amongst Canadians. That's a good one because that's very important, folks. We got to stay active. I can't wait. Oh, here's one I need to talk about supporting Black Canadian communities. Lodgism. Research indicates that Black Canadians continue to experience persistent inequality in income and employment, which also facing a higher likelihood of discrimination. The government remains committed to addressing these barriers and inequities. Um, the budget proposes to provide 25 million in 2024 to 2025 to Employment and Social Development Canada for the Supporting Black Canadian Communities initiative to continue empowering Black-led and Black-serving community organizations and the work they do to promote inclusiveness. This is going to be interesting because it's going to be interesting, and I can't wait to hear Dr. Vive and Ryan Knight talk about this because they are always discussing about topics like this. God, there was one with the childcare, but I'm not seeing it. So, I mean, I'm going to put this in the actually, yeah, I'm going to put this in the show notes because I think everyone should review this and take a look at it and just take a look, folks. I'll definitely edit this, and it's really important to look at the federal budget because it affects not only you, it affects generations to come. And they're always talking about different segments or sectors in the government, not government, but different segments in actually, yeah, different segments. So there's like the economy, the education, the health, and all that good stuff. So it's really good to take a look at it. And I am going to put in the show notes. I've saved it. It's there. Boom, bam, bam. And anyone that is watching, hello, hello, hello. And all that good stuff. So I'm just going to see if there's and like one or two more that is really beneficial. They've been talking about that. Faster services for veterans. Yes. Effective government programs. I like that one, but actually, Old age. Oh, there is one for the rich folks. I'm gonna dedicate one for for the people that are in different tax brackets and they're trying to utilize certain things. So I'm gonna go back to that. Okay, so before I wrap up, I'm going to talk about the alternative minimum tax for high income individuals. Just going to give a little rundown. The alternative minimum tax, AMT, is a parallel tax calculation that allows fewer deductions and tax credits than the usual progressive rate calculation. An individual pays the higher of the AMT and the regular progressive rate calculations. Proposed changes include broadening the AMT base, raising the AMT exemption, and increasing the AMT rate. These are supposed to be in effect after 2023. So see the ordinary capital gains from 80% to 100%. Employee stock option benefits from 0% to 100%, and capital gains on donations of publicly listed securities to 30%. Golly. And see how I was talking about it used to be 50%, and now they're trying to increase it. La Jesus. So these are some things. I'm gonna actually put this one in there as well. And just review it. Just be mindful. There's also the Ontario budget as well. It did mention about childcare, but because I'm kind of talking about the federal, I'm not can't find it at the moment. But I will have a post of like the rundowns of what you should be aware of, like things that are more common. I'm not saying not all of them are important. I'm just saying these are more common and might catch your eye a little bit more than certain things. Like, if you guys just see what I'm seeing. But you will see it soon because I have added it to the chat. But yeah, I just wanted you guys to be well aware of what's going on. Federal budget is important to just review it, and even if you can find a way, you can find me talking about it and all that good stuff, and just kind of keeping you guys in the loop. So that is all, folks. It is Easter. Make sure you have your bun and cheese. Make sure you like, subscribe, tell someone you love them, hug them, all that good stuff, and do your taxes. Have you done your taxes? Have you asked about your taxes? Have you looked at my questionnaire? Please. Do your taxes, folks. You don't want to be left behind without doing your taxes and all that good stuff. But it's okay. Actually, it's not okay if you don't do it, but I would like for you, ladies and gentlemen, to do it as soon as possible so you're not stressed and I'm not stressed. So yeah, on that note, till next time, you guys, next week is gonna be a premiere again. Sorry, I have stuff to do. But I think this one is for the men, and I think you guys will enjoy it because I enjoyed the conversation. Yeah, it was an amazing conversation. So actually, no, there's two. There's gonna be a bonus video again, telling you guys the ins and outs of my experience at EYL. You guys are lucky I don't have like Patreon or something because that's how I would have wanted to do it, but it's all good. And yeah, till next time, folks. Blessings, blessings. Enjoy your bun and cheese.
Knowledge is a must, so link the flip boss. Watch the result flash and watch your life change and for your better cause. You have a business or a plan and want to make it. Yeah, flip and floss, are the one to manifest it. Yeah, and if you want to better manage all your credit, call the boss. Flip and floss, no doubt, then we do it. Yeah, flip and floss, money literacy boss. Yeah, greatness in our blood because we're working for your cause. Flip and floss, money literacy boss. Yeah, boots up your knowledge for your minimal cost. Hey, yeah, flip and floss, money literacy boss. Greatness in our blood because we're working for your cause. Flip and floss, money literacy boss. Yeah, up your knowledge for your minimal cost.